Hey everybody, this is Sunless Studio and we're officially live. That took a little bit longer than expected. I did try to stream at 10, but things don't always work out, especially with the technology stuff. Computer was just acting kind of slow, but I'm not really sure what it was. I don't think it was updates. I think that my computer actually updates automatically now during the morning. So it ended up not being that like Windows updates, but I did have some temporary files that I think were bogging down the computer. So I went ahead and cleaned it all up, and everything's snappy again, which is great. Yeah, so we're just kind of doing another late night stream, and I'm just kind of feeling pretty low key tonight. So I'm just kind of feeling like chilling a little bit and painting and getting some more work done on this thing. So far we have some progress on this Desert Hydra guy. There's a little bit of a glare on the canvas, so let me see if I can kind of make the glare go away so that maybe you can see it a little bit better. Not really sure how much this will help, but well, it just casts a big shadow on it, but as we get closer into the canvas, you should be able to kind of see it a little bit better without so much glare in the face. Yeah, so I'm super excited. Tonight I get to work on this a little bit more, and it's been a little bit, so I did miss it. Did very much miss it. Yeah, so I have some updates, some pretty cool updates, but I think that I'll probably get to them a little bit more a little later in the stream. I just have some fun things like Lemon Fluff. She made me something really cool for my birthday, and my chickens started laying eggs finally, so I'm just like super excited about that. I've been thinking about it constantly. It's very small stuff. Maybe in the grand scheme of things, but they mean a lot to me, so that's what's important. But Keto, yes, hello Keto. I'm a little bit late. We're running a little bit late, but that's okay. It's a pretty sleepy kind of night, Woke up a bit early this morning. Very early this morning. Sun was just rising. So I took myself some zinc to keep my immune system boosted so that I don't have to worry or anything about maybe getting sick potentially. Yeah, so I guess I can just get to work on this. The most interesting thing is that I can look at this painting, and if I'm not focused, I can't see where I'm going with it. But if I try to focus and visualize, if I just kind of meditate here in place, I can kind of see what I want to do with it. And And I do think that I want to kind of work a little bit down low, like down here. Oh, something interesting. I might be working on a commission pretty soon here. My pal Noel, he wanted to set up a commission. Of course, I haven't really been able to get to start on it because he wanted to do that before our first camping trip, and we went on 2 camping trips. And so yeah, so I'm running a little bit behind just even from that little bit. I guess I just get really tired from that, but yeah, he was inquiring about that, and so I think that we're going to have it set up. It's good though, because I think he needed time to kind of figure out what kind of poses that he needed and stuff for his commission, for his idea. So it ended up being a pretty good thing. If he gets back to me while we are streaming on like the canvas size that he is wanting to get started on, the really cool thing is we can just gesso that up tonight. Like at the tail end of the stream, I can just show you the gesso process. I have black gesso here tonight, so that, and Keto got that for me, which is super awesome. Thank you, Keto. But yes, it's gonna really be awesome to try that out on a canvas for the first time. I also have new paints coming in, which is great because my paints are getting kind of, some of them at least, are getting kind of at the end of their lives. I did get the primary standard set of Amsterdam. I don't use high quality or high grade paints actually. I use pretty like standard paints. So if you ever wonder what I use, I typically favor Amsterdam and Winsor and Newton brand. But a couple of times I've gotten like Liquid X. I think I've got a Liquid X here. This one's yellow light, because I needed a full body yellow paint, which this is one. This is a very nice thick yellow, so it's really good for color. It's a very high quality paint. Yeah, alrighty. So let's take a look at what we got here. So I did get kind of like a cactus started here. I think I'm gonna spritz the canvas down a little bit more. But yeah, tonight I am feeling kind of sleepy and dreary. I think that when I'm done with the stream, I'm just gonna have myself a nice relaxing cup of sleepy time tea and probably just get a little rest. Get a little shut eye. I might even sleep in if I'm lucky. I might be able to, but who knows? Who knows? Alright, so I'm thinking we can actually just get started on this here. I want to continue working on the backdrop. So let's go ahead and grab some of this. I may do a little bit less talking tonight than the usual, so just to let you guys know that there's nothing like wrong or anything like that. Of course, if you want to be like chatty and stuff with me, I'll definitely reciprocate. At least the best that I can, like to the best of my ability. My goodness, it's extremely hot in here. I'm very sweaty. Oh my gosh. Yes, it's very hot. Shockingly hot in here. I would say that this is easily the hottest room in the house. I would put fans in here, but I feel like that would mess with the painting process. I don't know. Don't know what it would do, but I definitely think that it would be kind of would definitely kind of be like a little bit of a problem for paints to effectively dry. So this paint is pretty, showing through pretty much like, it's just definitely like a light paint, right? Like I guess it's a little bit watered down. Going from dark to light definitely has its own challenges, but it's definitely not a bad thing. I will say that the canvas is pretty smooth, so that's a good thing for working with the canvas. Definitely really like, I mean, oh my gosh, I really like that I'm able to paint acrylic and live stream that. Like, it's just something that I guess I take for granted lately. It's just something I've kind of always wanted to, like, do, you know? I'm doing it. Here I am. This is me. Painting and live streaming. Sky's the limit. It looked good. It looks good. Thank you. I appreciate you. Mr. Keto, you're so supportive and wonderful. And I very much appreciate you. I do. Alright, let's try and get ourselves a little bit of highlight action up on this rock over here. It feels just nice to be able to just live stream paints. My gosh. I really have been thinking a lot over the past few days just about how much the landscape of the internet has changed over the years. Like, just how much things have in general changed from what they were. How we didn't used to be able to just live stream. Anybody can do it, which means pretty much everybody does do it. Pretty much everybody. Of course, that doesn't mean you shouldn't try if it's something that you want to do but haven't. Definitely think you're an artist who has a creative passion and who wants to broadcast their art, has a desire to do so at some point in time. I would say never wait, never hesitate, just do it, just try it. If there's any time for you to set aside in the day, get it all together and to try to figure it out. I've come to find that live streaming in of itself is like a creative thing. It's kind of a lot. Like, it's very surprising. just how much creativity goes into kind of setting up your stream. You know, setting up your overlays, setting up all that stuff. I mean, it's not, it doesn't have to be made from templates or cut and dry. It doesn't have to be like the aesthetic that the gamers use and stuff like that. I mean, you may come to find that even though art streaming isn't really as popular of a subject on Twitch, if it ever does become a popular subject on Twitch, you wouldn't want to miss out on that if you're an artist, right? But also, the amount of creative freedom that comes from just being able to make your own layouts and stuff like that, like I just mentioned, it's kind of amazing. You don't really get that from much else. And it's like, okay, so you might have creative freedom in your artwork, or like in your paintings or in your digital work itself. But when it comes to a live stream format, it's just, or even just a video format, whatever you end up doing, it's just, there's a lot that goes into it that you may find is incredibly fun to mess with and tamper with and change and just have control over. And I really love that piece of live streaming. Nightfire theme! Yes, it's like MySpace. Oh my gosh, you're bringing me back. Now, MySpace itself, a lightning theme right away. You changed your mind, huh? MySpace, you're taking me back. So back in the MySpace days, you'd know that I definitely made my themes and stuff like that for people. It was so much fun. I liked to go to the sites where you could upload your own HTML templates for others to use, so that you could, you know, let other people have your same themes and stuff like that. I liked to make custom cursors and sounds and things like that. I like to make the custom, you know, the contact box that you would be able to click on people's links, their like inbox or whatever else they put on there. Man, that really takes me back, honestly. Yeah, no kidding. MySpace. That really was a time. Okay, so I'm just kind of going crazy with the highlights over there, but I just really want to emphasize like the block structure and maybe kind of redo a little bit of the like the structure and the lines and everything in here, which shouldn't be too taxing or anything like that. I'm just doing some kind of like light brush work to just kind of have like a blurry version of what we're going to end up fine-tuning a little bit later. Yes, lightning theme is a really good choice because it's nice and relaxing, and man, aquatic ambience is probably a pretty good good track to play during the little storm sounds, huh? Alright. So, let's see here. and smooth. I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of add these in here. We're just gonna kind of like make a. It's gonna look a little ugly at first, but that's okay. We're just kind of mapping out where these highlights are gonna be. I'm just kind of deciding where they're going to be at the moment. And then I will go in and kind of like smooth things about later. Definitely be able to add some details, such as like rocks and things like that. I may be able to just kind of paint them in right now. At least just like some really blurry versions of these kind of like details. And then we'll go in and like really start to fine tune them. Ourselves like actually a really nice light brown. A little bit of warm tint to it. Like meditating while I'm working on it. So it's going to take me a minute. It's going to take me a bit of quiet time actually. Probably to set the course of this painting in the exact direction I want it to go. And I'd be pretty quiet through the process. And that is hopefully okay. This up before it goes dry. Super Mario. I very recently finished that. Well, you can see those brush strokes, but they're going. They're in there. Nice. Okay, so let's go ahead and make ourselves kind of a more subdued, maybe kind of a cool sand color. Maybe something closer to this, but maybe not as pale. Man, I love that little spray bottle. It helps so much. It's a very nice spray bottle. Feels very, very nice to paint right now. Paint and just kind of forget about everything just for a little bit. Here I am tripping, backing up a little bit and forgetting I have a nice little stool there that I could be sitting on, but I choose to stand. Sitting is for quitters. I'm just joking. Sitting doesn't make you a quitter. A lot of people who endure long, like super long hours of painting just, pop a seat, They do, they just have a seat. so hours really isn't that long. Used to being this quiet. But I don't think it's such a bad thing. I don't think it should be such a bad thing. So nights where I really gotta get into the flow state. Yeah, it might just be a little quiet, I guess. Forest. Oh wow! Anybody notice that paint there up in the corner, right here? There's a white paint that looks an awful lot like a creepy skull. If you look at it, at least from my angle, it does. It's like a creepy little, like kind of like a cutesy chibi skull or something. Very creepy. Very strange. Alright, and then a little bit of blue in here. Maybe even a bit of this violet. There we go. Very nice. Okay. Gotta mix up some more of this kind of sand colored paint. Let's work on some of the sand tonight. sunlight creeping up from behind her. Right on. Of course, some of that sunlight is being let through by the tail over here. Some of this negative space should be kind of creeping through. So much fun. It might be quiet, but I am definitely having a great time. Some of this should be kind of atmospheric, so I think that I should maybe add a little bit of blue to that. Blue, white. Super nice and relaxing and quiet. Nice. And we are lots of comments on it, of course, but you have to understand how weird it feels to have a low-key string like this. Have this low-key, this chill, this relaxed. That's a pretty big thing for me. Start using a little bit of white paint now. to look a little bit more like kind of the ground in the desert. Hot, hot sun should be kind of burning everything up, you know? Flecks of light here. Go. Just kind of like glittering sands right there. Just a little bit of mysterious glitter. Cool shadow in here. Lovely. Okay. Let's keep it up. Starting to kind of come together a little bit. Say that the fact that I didn't really do much to take notes on what I needed to improve on or change in this painting does set me back a little bit. There is definitely some offline work that I think I should be doing in regards to setting up these live streams. Because I do find that when I kind of meditate on the direction I want to go with the painting, usually it ends up going quite a lot better. Super fun. I'm having fun with this one so far. So far, so good. I feel like I should put like a nice rock there. Yeah, let's do it. Let's add a super cool rock. Spot on the rock. I'm gonna add something there, just a little something. Twitch probably made it so that my push notification didn't go out. Probably because I used an alternative font. Can't imagine anybody saw the notification. spot right there, but I guess it serves to mark what we're placing down, which is rocks. So, might as well not like quite dwell on that. Should just be kind of adding some more to kind of make it look like there's more going on. More geometric shapes coming off of this thing. Get in a flow state, get in the zone, you know? Gosh, it's so hot in here. Oh man. Wow. A lot of different stuff. Hello, Lemon Club. Hi. How are you doing this evening? It's been a pretty quiet night in the stream. Keto is in here, but he's probably asleep. Not in the workshop with me, but you know, he's in the chat room. Good! I'm glad that you're doing well. That is really, really good. Yes. I'm eager to show off your cool creation. You know, if people kind of come around, then I think I'll do that. But I probably will otherwise just wait until the end of the stream when I'm kind of doing things like wrapping up, and also probably before I prep a few canvases. I might actually gesso just like one of every canvas size that I have available, just to have it ready in case I hear from Noelle soon about a commission. Yep, that would be super, super cool. But I'm super excited about it, oh my gosh. And oh my gosh, my truthling is I'm pretty low-key tonight streaming, because I think I'm pretty close to the end of my rope for today, because I'm beat, I'm tired. It's been quite a day this morning. I woke up, well, I mean, this is nothing for you. But you know, I woke up at like 5:30 a.m. or something, and so I'm just pretty dreary right now, you know, just kind of in another land. So I'm just kind of taking it a little slow tonight, just not trying to be frantic or nothing. You're used to it, yeah, no kidding. That's how you do things. So, and also I heard that you've got another job so that you can kind of do some saving up and stuff like that. Like going full throttle. Did I hear that right? I heard that from Keto. Yes, oh my gosh. Well, how are you holding up? Did you start or did you interview? What's going on with that? Hopefully everything's going really well with that. It's a lot. You know, you're already doing so much. Probably erase this part of his tail just to kind of go over everything. Just kind of make some rigid rocks over here. That's what I'm currently working on. So really non-detailed. I started Monday. Oh, wow. So you already started. How you feeling so far? Hopefully everything is going really well with that. No major gripes, hopefully. You know? Just gonna kind of blend this a bit. Alright. Definitely gonna need a little more paint. Well, I'm hoping for the best. It's not going to be easy, but it'll be worth it in the end. I got to pay off my debt. Oh, yes. Yeah, that makes sense. My gosh. Yeah, I mean, have debt looming over you like that, it's not good. And also, I kind of heard that you're saving a little bit so that you can kind of live that more frugal and kind of traveling sort of lifestyle, doing the RVing thing. I think that would be super, super neat. Boy, it's a challenge to not want to repeat patterns. That's kind of challenging, I will say. It is pretty challenging. Okay. Yeah, that is the ultimate goal, to pay off debt so I can just sort of live free. Yeah, that would be so cool. That'd be such a freaking cool thing to do, you know? Just be able to kind of live how you want, go where you want, travel, and do those things in life that you never really were able to, or that people told you you couldn't. That is super neat, too. That is super, super cool. Yeah, I mean, that grind does seem really tough, honestly. Yeah, don't run yourself into the ground. Definitely take care of yourself and take some zinc, man. Take some zinc for yourself. Just make sure that you take good care of yourself and your body and everything like that. Yeah, I would like to do it at least once. You know, just to... yeah. Just to do it. Totally. Word, zinc is a good idea. Definitely stock up on that if you're gonna be, like, you know, kind of running yourself into the ground, because, man, those tabs, it's magnesium, zinc, and calcium. I'll tell you, that is the power combination. Oh no, my camera's out. Well, thank you for letting me know. I suppose that means it's break time. I'll get it all set back up, and I shall see you pretty shortly then. Thanks so much for letting me know, and see you soon. Enjoy a time lapse. Hi, we are back and reconnected, which is great. Okay, we can resume what we were working on. I was working on the rocks. It's kind of close to the cliff down here. I did have to kind of refresh a little bit and work on little sections of the painting while I waited for a break to be over, because thankfully the camera likes to connect again, just like it used to. It did have some times where it would not connect reliably, but lately it's been pretty good about doing it, especially if I use a separate phone to get it connected to the server than the phone that I use for Twitch chat. So I think at least it makes that process more smooth. But still, it is a GoPro, and GoPro is notoriously, not exactly the best camera out there. Yes, we have finally tried. I'm pretty excited about that. So I am kind of painting in these details of rocks and just kind of cracks and things like that would climb up a cliff. I think if I paint in little details, I can maybe use a different hue to kind of make these a little bit more of an ambient light. Definitely do. Here we go. Yeah, gosh, that would be fun. Get a little ambient light going on there. Maybe a little bit of this blue here. Probably do a little bit of violet, honestly. Have that clip right there. Sure, but I think this this track might be one that ends abruptly. I hope it doesn't, but just need a little bit of yellow in here. I'm gonna make kind of like a nice golden hue. Or perhaps even just kind of stain the white paint a little bit yellow. Get a little bit of sunlight here, just a little bit of a pale yellow sun glow. Wait, what do you mean end abruptly? I guess that track wasn't one that ends completely abruptly. So like sometimes the music, like some of the tracks for some reason, instead of like fading out, they just like end in the middle of the song, like totally unexpected and just abrupt. But I can't remember if that one does it. And I guess I didn't really pay attention too much because I was too focused on painting. Yeah, but hello, Lemon Fluff. Hello. You're back from the break skis. Oh, I thought you meant the dragon is going to kind of end roughly. Oh, that one. No, I think it'll be alright. I think it'll be good. I've got a lot of details to flesh out on this one, but it's expected. It's a really big canvas. This is one of my large canvases, the 16 by 20, so you can see my hand up against it. So it's not like massive or anything, but it's definitely one of the large paintings that I've worked on. So it does kind of take a little bit to finish these guys, but definitely worth it. I really like having the big canvas, to be honest with you. It's really fun. It's fun having all that canvas. Of course, yes, it's a bit of work. I don't think it's going to end rough, but I do think it's going to take work. That's what I think. So on Sunday, Prospero, my brother, is coming over, and then Keto, Prospero, and I are all going to stream together, and we're going to play Inspire. I haven't had any moment to play today, but it has been very, very fun lately anyways. It's been a lot of fun playing it whenever I do get a moment to. Oh yes. I am quite a sleepy, sleepy person. Oh wow, it's like almost 12 even. I suppose that's a good thing. I haven't really been getting into the flow state this time around. Definitely lower energy, but that's not a bad thing. I don't think it's a bad thing anyways. I think that sometimes it's kind of necessary to recalibrate, and also to just kind of enjoy the painting process a little bit more than, trying to be super highly energetic and trying to get everyone in here. And of course, I never really try to get everyone in here. People just kind of show up. I don't even ever post about it. It's just usually some folks show up, and that's really nice. I could stand to post more, especially since I don't have a set schedule anymore, and I don't think my going live notifications always go out. So, but you know what? It's really nice when people come over. It's definitely something that I could stand to just talk about and post more. Right now, it's pretty low key, you know, just ready to fall asleep, and yeah, you know. I used to do so much better without sleep, you know. I used to be able to handle it a lot better, like a champ, you know. But I just can't seem to these days. Not so much anymore. Definitely had a lot more in. Yeah, well, you get older and things change a lot. Yeah, you sure do. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Man, since having a kid too, I just feel like I've aged so much more. You know what I mean? It's definitely something that has kind of made my body and just kind of like my mind change quite a bit. Yeah, it's really taxing. Yeah, I mean, it is. It is. Worth it every bit, but yes, it's absolutely taxing. I couldn't imagine my life any other way, though. Just have that in there. Put that in there. This in there. That there. I have an idea that's going on. You can definitely kind of stain with some colors here to kind of make the fire really make things glow. Kind of thinking I could probably take a little bit of this orange, a little bit of this red. And even just a tiny bit of black. To make kind of like a deep red color. A bit of orange. And a little bit of yellow. that's kind of looking a little bit lit by fire. So that's good. That's kind of what I'm going for there. Interesting. Alright. I do have to make the sky quite a bit more bright. I also think I should probably use a little bit of highlight stuff to kind of like outline the cacti over here that I'm definitely going to get back to. So we can kind of see them at least. So they don't kind of get pushed aside and forgotten about. There are little beaver tails in there, hidden about. I think. Outlined our cacti. Now I'm thinking we can get back to the sky and try and balance out that blue, because I do think the blue is really not quite on par with the dirt yet. I think it does need to be quite later. A lot more light than that. Try and make a space on the canvas or on the palette somewhere down there. Let's get a whole bunch of white paint. Just a bunch of it. Run out of room on the palette. I'm just gonna put it right there. Oh yeah, that is much better. Definitely a lot quieter tonight than the norm. It's pretty good. It's pretty nice. left side there. Some big rocks, boulders, and things like that. Nice blue skies. So blue. I'll say that's probably... Yeah, that's pretty much the same blue right there. Perfect. I'm really excited to paint some clouds in the sky. It's going to be really nice, fun, relaxing. Wait to get to the cloud part. I'm pretty close. Relaxing music. I really do like the relaxing music right now. It's really, really nice. Just kind of making the colors a little bit more rich tonight. Me too, I love this music. Good. So glad you like it too. Super ambient. You know what it reminds me of a little bit? This music reminds me of Fantasia 2000 a little bit. Or just Fantasia in general. Okay, so now that we have that, I think we should maybe clean up this mess of a cliff over here. It's a little bit of a mess, but that's okay. Let's go ahead and make ourselves a little bit of a... Well, I definitely need more paint for that. A little bit of a rocky earth tone cliff kind of color. Just a few different shades and tints and tones that we can work with. Nice earth tone right there. Clips in here. for, I don't know, another 10 minutes or so before I switch over to just kind of gessoing some canvases. So it does seem that I get a pretty decent amount of VOD viewers on YouTube, which is super, super awesome and helpful and wonderful. I think that people probably watch me paint so that I can, so that they can, you know, sleep or just kind of relax to it, which is super nice. So before we switch over, for the VOD viewers, I am definitely going to have to show off that cool, super cool crocheted dragon that Lemon Fluff made for my birthday, which is super, super awesome, and I adore it so much. And it's going to be really fun, and of course I'm going to show it other times. It'll be up and you know, probably part of the scenery once I get things rearranged. I used to have a little, well, I still have it, but I used to have a little Altaria plush that, that thing was kind of like the scenery that would show up in my live streams. And I don't really do that anymore, especially since the whole reason I did it was because my old username used to sound like Altaria. It was Altia. But these days I go by Sunla, which is definitely way better username in my opinion. In my humble opinion. Since I go by Sunla, you know, like I just feel like the Altaria doesn't really make as much sense, you know. So instead of an Altaria flash, it's just me painting dragons. Doesn't really matter all too much what I put in my scenery, except that it's cohesive, I guess, and dragons are always cohesive with the theme. Which is why a nice little crocheted dragon is going to make it into probably some scenery sort of thing. I guess I could just put it up high. I don't know, I'll figure something out. Everything has to be, not everything, but a lot of things have to be rearranged in here so that I can kind of set up an area where we can all kind of sit together and live stream. And I can have company in here while I live stream or do other things, like have my husband just join me, because there's not really a lot of room. And a lot of my room is taken up by extra tables that were there initially because I had too many keychain orders. So since I'm not really doing that anymore, I can definitely repurpose all of that space. It doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. And of course, it's not that I'm done like doing keychains forever, it's just that volume of orders, as far as keychains go, likely won't happen again, because I will not, and that is why. Yeah. cliffside textures. It does seem. Let's see, that's what I'm doing. Some weird cliffside textures going on. Yeah, a few reference pictures and I'll get better at this for sure. I mean, I could do what the painters do and just kind of use a palette knife. And I'd say I am not exactly used to using a palette knife to paint, especially, oh wow, especially the fact that my palette knife is kind of got paint on it, just dried on it already. I forgot that I struggled to clean the acrylic paint off of these things. Because if you don't remember to wash it off right away after using it with acrylic paint, the acrylic paint just kind of sticks to it, which makes it kind of challenging to use. But either way, let's go ahead and give it a shot, I guess. We can just kind of use some of our I was never really a fan of using palette knives, so I don't know what I'm doing, but I kind of want to try this out. Of course, you need to have a lot of paint for it to really do anything. That's the only problem. I do mix up very small amounts of paint at once. Having large quantities, especially now this late in the stream, I might just want to try to save that for next time. But it's definitely something worth trying out. I kind of like the texture that it leaves behind, but it is pretty scratchy, so I'll get this thing a lot more cleaned up. Maybe scrape some of this off with some of my scrapey tools, and then we might have some better luck with it next time. I think that would be really good. I could mix up extra paint so I could try out some palette knife techniques, since I'm definitely not used to palette knife painting at all. So yeah. Also, I'm not really sure how effective it is with acrylic. I think it's more of a thing that you do with oils, but you know, I definitely could be wrong. So here's my thought. I'm thinking I can take off this palette here. Okay. And we can call it a night with this painting for now. But there are some other things I kind of want to work on, like prepping a couple of canvases, at least just a few. Just so that I can have it done and ready. Gesso's pretty fun. It's just kind of going crazy with some paint and just basically having it so that you can work with it a little bit better. It smooths it out so that the texture isn't a little too abrasive, like it's normally got kind of like this. It's almost like spreading butter on a waffle. I mean, I'm sure everybody who has heard me say that knows that feeling. When you're spreading butter on a waffle, like all of the butter kind of gets put into the square holes, and it just fills it up, and so you can't really spread it nice and even unless you have a lot of it. And so gesso kind of does that. It's sort of like buttering with large quantities. It's sort of like buttering a waffle, a giant waffle with extra small holes, but still quite a texture. So much that you're not really going to want to paint directly on it, because it's just going to make your paints look really washed out, weird. All of those raised areas show through, and really just want to work with something that's a lot more smooth, that paint will glide onto. And if it's not gesso, you really can't do that as much. So let's go ahead and, before we get started with that, I have to show off Lemon Fluff's super, super awesome crochet creation. Here he is. Let's go ahead and get a really nice angle for the camera. So I gotta hold him out so you can really see him good, but he is super, super cute. Look, he's holding a candle in his mouth, and he's a dragon on a cupcake, and he's guardian of the cupcake, and he's super, super cute. I love that she put like these tiny little toes on his feet. It's so adorable. He has like 3 little toes. I don't know how easy it is to see, but he's got like little toes on there. And then he's got like the sail fin type of back over here, and he's just got his tail that curls around the cute little cupcake, and you can see like all the little glittery, sparkly, the sprinkles. That's the word I'm looking for. And he's so sparkly and adorable, and I love him so, so much. Look at his yellow horns and his little eyebrows. He's got those little dragon eyebrows. Oh my gosh, I just love him so, so much. Yes, he's really quite special, especially being something so intricately handmade. I'm honestly seriously impressed. Like, look at, you've even got like the little wick inside the candle here. It's just gorgeous, you know? I absolutely love him. So he is going to kind of have like a really nice place in my workshop. Just be kind of like a part of, and oh my gosh, just like look at the cupcake. The bottom here, you've got like all the little ridges on the little cupcake cup. And my gosh, it's just so intricate, and like the shape of the frosting, it's just so nice. I could nerd out about it all day long. I just love it so much. So he's going up really high because he needs to be safe from anything that may terrorize the poor guy. And so yeah, he's safe, and he's going to have a nice special spot in the workshop. But for right now, we're going to go ahead and gesso up some canvases. I've got a few different sizes here. I think it'd be really good to maybe get out one of my really big brushes. I think I have a few in here that are really good for I think they need to be soaked, actually. I think I remember applying some of the brush cleaner to them and just letting them kind of sit for a little bit, just to kind of get any little bits out, since I did use them for a lot of different types of things. Like I used them for some kind of glittery project, and I used them for varnishing. So I really had to clean them out good. But yeah, I just let them just kind of have some of that brush cleaner on it, and now I have to soak them. I forgot I did that. So let's actually go ahead and grab a few of these. Get an extra bag. We have a few of these guys right here. I don't really have any really big ones anymore. It does seem that I used them up. That's gonna make it a little challenging, I guess. So let's just sew up some canvases, just get them all ready, and that way. Try this stuff out, and wow, this is cool. So this is called Saks. I think it's True Hell Heavy Bodied Acrylic. So this is gesso, Mars Black. It's got a little dent in it. Packaging really isn't the greatest on this. I really think that to kind of show off like the heavy-bodiedness of this black gesso, I think it'd be really, really cool if they used just black plastic, you know? Like, you don't really need to use pale or white plastic for like a black paint sort of product inside. I think that it really kind of shows off, like, for something like this, for something that's just straight up black gesso, I don't know. I think that kind of, that pale look is a little offsetting because the product itself, it looks very deep. So I need to be really careful with this stuff because it will make a mess. And I do need to be quite careful with that. Yeah, so I am going to just kind of get this off a little bit here. Just a little bit of that, maybe. Just kind of zip it there. I should maybe get my towel, my shop towel ready, because I know it's going to be a mess. I've never used black gesso before, but even when I use white gesso, I tend to always make really big messes. So, yeah. Alright, so let's angle this down a little bit, that way you can see better what we are doing. I'm just going to go ahead. So this canvas size is... You know what? I don't remember this canvas size. This is one of my kind of smaller ones. I think I have to check the size for it. This particular size is smaller than the one I'm working on right now. Alright, so I think that one is 12 by 16 inches. Yeah, that's correct. So that's 12 by 16 inches. It's 12 by 16. Okay, that's kind of satisfying. I'm good with this. Yeah, so like if you can just kind of use this stuff to get into all of those pesky little waffle-like holes. And of course, it really shows you how many layers you really need to put on for the white, for the canvas to not show through, because that's the difficult part with using like white or clear gesso, is that you don't really fully know when you're done gessoing, because like the canvas may still actually be like showing through in some parts. Like for some reason, it can just be kind of raised a little bit. But with the black gesso, it's nice because you will see exactly where the gesso is actually not touching. So you do need to kind of like layer over it a few times. It's really great. So fun. Thank you. Just kind of like cover the canvas, but you don't really have to make it into any kind of special pattern as of yet. It's recommended that you do like a cross-hatch pattern. Something kind of like that. Like this. You start like this, and then you kind of go like that. Kind of something similar to that, right? It looks kind of satiny before it's dried. I'm sure that'll change into like kind of more of a chalky like texture. If I am to make any gases. It does look like this canvas right here has a little bit of a puncture, a little bit of a baby size. Sometimes they don't really like come in fully like pristine condition. Sometimes they come a little bit little bit strange or a little bit beat up or mishandled through shipping or what have you. You never know what you're gonna get, I suppose. Even if you buy them in person, like say Hobby Lobby, they come in these packs. A lot of people stretch their own canvases, but you know, I have other hobbies, and the thing is stretching canvases takes too much space, and I like to reserve that space for other things that I enjoy doing. So stretching my own canvases seems like, you know, something that I'm not really as interested in. I've always been kind of impressed when someone would say like, I paint, but I also stretch my own canvases, and I think that's really neat. I definitely think that's really neat, but I also don't really think I care too much about it myself to do it. And that's just a me thing. Not really sure how well you guys can hear me. I am like actually on the ground right now, and I don't think I brought my my microphone over with me. Usually it picks up my voice pretty good, but you know, sometimes it doesn't. Especially if I'm mumbling, and tonight I think I'm full of the mumblings. There's a reason I put a nice tarp down. Go. Super fun. Alright, there's one. You know what? I think I have space for just one more. I think I am going to kind of gesso up all these, but maybe not all at the same time. That way I can actually maneuver around my workshop just enough. Because I do have to keep them flat, and let me tell you, the amount of space I actually have right now at this moment is pretty minimal. I might be able to fit one of the canvases up on my drawing table, but that's probably about as far as I can go with that. I might just select probably our square canvas now. This is a little guy, so it's not too bad. Just gonna try to open this up here with my gesso fingers. My fingers are all gessoed up. Yeah. I have a little trash can around here, and it's way over yonder. There we go. Kind of redo the spot a little bit, so I kind of messed up when I set that down. needs at least 2 layers. I definitely think it needs 2 or maybe even 3 layers. This is some thick stuff, man. Thicker than my other dresses. Wow. Probably way more than I'll ever need, too. My goodness. Let's go ahead and reorient this to match the other one. Have a lot of ideas that involve starting with the completely dark black canvas. So I'm really, really happy to have this gesso. Really is a pretty low key night tonight. Low key. Kid music. My fave. This music is so goofy. Now I wonder how to wash this gesso off my tarp. It's all good. I've got the cleaning supplies. I should be able to do it without too many issues. Like this. best way to make glossy smooth surfaces on your canvas. Layer 1 is done for these guys. Technical difficulties, oh no, that's never any fun. I think I might just be able to connect it super quick without, oh wow, look how long that was out. Okay. Let's go ahead and set up our TMP. Almost there. Okay. Man, using a designated phone to reconnect the camera is really helpful. I do wish that the GoPro just didn't disconnect periodically, but you know, it's just what I have to work with, so you know what we're doing. All right, check that out. Okay, so we've gessoed 2 canvases. There's definitely other sizes that I have that I'd like to just kind of have prepared and ready and gessoed. We're gonna try to not step in it. We're also gonna go ahead and close this up. The workshop's just gonna be messy, you know? What are you gonna do? Run out of room and, well, that's just what happens. Okay. So here's our progress for the night on, let's try not to step on the canvases, there we go. There's our progress for the night on our desert Hydra. He is a cactus boy. And yeah, super awesome. We've made some decent progress. I've definitely gotten some work done on the like the ground and the sky and just kind of the surrounding areas. And then, yeah, I mean, it's just been a really low-key night, but it's been really fun. I really enjoyed streaming and just kind of talking about stuff and showing you guys that cool new gift and just pretty much everything. It's been, you know, pretty quiet here, super quiet here. I did like kind of go silly and try to make the going live notification use like kind of special characters and things like that, alternative fonts, and you know, I think that possibly Twitch might be punishing me for that, so maybe I'll refrain from doing that. Or maybe I'll keep doing it and just experiment and see what happens, I guess, for a little bit until I switch it up. But you know what, I'm just so curious, so that's why I would do that. I just want to know if anything would happen or anything would change if I just, you know, kept doing that. So who knows. Anyways, you guys, I adore you very, very much. Thanks so much for being here. Thanks for watching. And I hope you have a fabulous night.